How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring the Vermont, the legendary tier American alternate battleship. In this one, I've gone back to AL New Jersey mainly because Hoshino is currently being used by my Des Moines build. I just feel like Hoshino being able to kind of buff Des Moines' reload. And I mean, as you do damage, Ledge Mod gets you reload. And as you take damage, which I mean, pretty much every battleship at Legendary tier overmatches you because you don't get that 30 case mate. Uh, as you take damage, you also get a good amount of reload. And well, Hoshino can kind of get Des Moines back to its former glory in terms of DPM. Beepley is still a good commander, but currently I've just simply been enjoying Hoshino. I probably could throw on a concealment inspiration for my Des Moines rather than the HE skill, since we get quite a bit of reload, which sort of does make up for the previous nerf anyway. But yeah. Anyway, not a Des Moines match. We're currently playing Vermont. And like our Musashi, and I guess technically a lot of our other builds that we've been experimenting with, I've decided to forego the grouping or Sigma buffs as our inspirations, and instead I decided to go with dispersion buffs using Scharnhorst and Kuromi Sarika, even though Sarika is a cruiser commander and the other half of the buff is to cruiser reload. There's still just simply main battery dispersion, so that can apply to your other ships, which in this case our Vermont, we get an additional 7% dispersion, which in our case just simply means that we're getting 7% more dispersion without having to deal, all the damage necessary for our legendary plotting room to get that buff. So now it's just simply in addition. AL New Jersey, I don't know why I almost forgot what it was called. But AL New Jersey gives you 7% dispersion with that Don't You Just Love It skill. And now you're just simply adding another 7%. So you're back to marksman plus some in terms of the dispersion buff that you're getting, which does make this thing kind of spicy. We're kind of pushing in here. Enemy DD is spotted, or was spotted in the middle. Kind of a concern. I'm not sure if he's going to decide to YOLO us at any point. Enemy Worcester, max range HE spamming us. I kind of don't want to let him do that, because if he does, well, that's just simply going to cause us so many problems. Especially because at that range, I mean, as long as we're spotted, Worcester can just simply lob us because the floaty shells is just going to, well, kill us. Although, luckily, Worcester is just sailing in a straight line. Vermont's super floaty shells, we do have to take a little more lead than we usually would with our aim assist. And, well, fortunately for us, we guessed right with how much more we need to lead. And, well, Don't You Just Love It, giving us additional damage for a Citadel, does let us just remove the enemy Worcester. So, lucky us, enemy Musashi has pushed into the objective, and he's kind of trying to run away now. But then we now notice the objective is getting captured. So we know there is an enemy destroyer. If it is the enemy Mogador, we know he was pretty low, so as long as our front guns don't troll us, we should be able to finish him off. Actually, sorry, it was the Repub in the objective. Mogador gets spotted, and I just fired my front guns. I think we were able to fire before he was able to launch torpedoes, so I think we are going to be okay. Even if we're not, we do have our DCP back, so we should be fine. Enemy Repub goes down. Enemy Musashi that pushed in is finally now, I guess, also pushing in. We do want to keep an eye on him, because if he does try to turn away, we can probably get a pretty good broadside and delete him, now that we have 2 stacks of our legendary plotting room, giving us 10% more damage on top of, well, our already high alpha with drill bits on Vermont. Flat broadside Laria. Unfortunately, we don't get to score any citadels on a ship that has an absolutely massive citadel. Musashi starts game returning because our team is kind of on the border, causing problems for them. So now we decide to go forward, although propulsion on this thing is also tragic. If one day they give Vermont the British battlecruiser propulsion, which I do kind of hope for, This thing could be pretty spicy. Laria focusing down our cruiser that's on the flank. I'm pretty sure it was a gluten glue. But also Musashi, he is turning away, but we do love the Yamato and Musashi booty, so we're gonna give him some back shots here. We pop our spotter plane right before we fire. Great looking dispersion, and yeah, goodbye Musashi. Took that all up the butt. Some pretty good back shots there. And now we're just free to just push in and charge at this enemy Laria. Our friendly DD on the border. I mean, he's creating cross torps here. Not necessarily, sorry, not cross torps, but a crossfire. With his torpedoes, Laria needs to, actually there is a cross torp. There's a friendly destroyer behind me that I forgot about, and he, well, there's torpedoes from the left and the right, and a Vermont that's trying to also chase him. But unfortunately, Laria does reverse much faster than I'm sure Arshima anticipated, and well, all of those torpedoes miss. But yeah, gluten glue dropping airstrikes. Laria doesn't really have a chance. Laria's also been shooting sap, so I just decide to gamer turn so I can start pushing to the other flank, because it would take too long if I, well, decided to stay angled. And I mean, we're saving like at least a minute here, deciding to gamer turn and go to the other side already. So yeah, kind of good for us. Enemy flank just got absolutely dumpstered. I mean, we only lost one ship so far, and yeah, I mean, we do have 3 kills so far. There is potential for a Kraken, and that's kind of what we're going for. We're always greedy for a Kraken because it looks good on the end screen. Not that we really need it, especially because of what we've already done. But yeah, now we're going on the cruise across the map, and it's just going to take forever to get to the other side. But anyway, the build using this double dispersion inspiration seems to kind of work relatively well, either for low sigma ships or high sigma ships. I feel like you can kind of get away if it's, I mean, kind of both average, either using grouping or dispersion. But for something like Vermont with a 1 point, I'm pretty sure 9.5 sigma, I mean, it's high enough, and you have 5% sigma buff from flammable cannoneer already getting you over a 2.0. And then if you're just simply buffing your dispersion from the start of the match, then you don't necessarily need to do nearly as much damage to get these stacks of legendary plotting rooms here, kind of saving time. And then as you do max it out, I mean, I'm assuming it just simply would be easier to max out because you're landing that many more shells and just, well, kind of causing a big problem for the enemy team, because then all your shells are going to be, for the most part, touching. And I mean, look at this accuracy on this angled Montana. It's pretty good. And I mean, we did land quite a bit of shells just for shooting at an angled Montana. He's still pretty far away, but I can just imagine as you push in and get closer, I mean, you can probably land all 12 of your shells into the superstructure, doing like 20k or something, maybe more if you get stacks of your ledge plotting room. But yeah, enemy Montana, just simply pushing into a crossfire, kind of hoping the enemy defense gets spotted soon. I mean, we did get a couple citadels, but I'm assuming he had some heals to use. And, well, I want more damage, so we're just going to keep pushing, even though there is an enemy destroyer that's, well, kind of been uncontested. Our 2DDs just didn't really care about him. Enemy defense gets spotted. Probably underestimate the defense's propulsion here. Probably could have led a little more. But we do land quite a bit of shells, do a decent amount of damage just for penetrations. Would have been nice to get another death strike though, but we underled that British propulsion. Fortunately for us though, 457s can overmatch defense's 30mm armor, and well, as long as defense doesn't die, although he's kind of taking a decent amount of damage, we should be able to finish him off here. Defense trying to take shots at us, although at this point it's much too late. Defense tries to angle away, but we do get a Pitadel, and yeah, too bad it wasn't a death strike. We'd probably be sitting around like 250 damage, but it is what it is. Enemy DD just somewhere off in the boonies, not a whole lot of time. I don't think we even reload before the game ends by us reaching 1,000 points. So kind of unfortunate, just shy of a Kraken. It is what it is. Still a pretty great match. Vermont with this dispersion build kind of just seemed to work. I think when we used the spotter plane on the Musashi, I feel like I was expecting bad accuracy because spotter plane sometimes doesn't work. But then maybe our dispersion was kind of saved because of our dispersion build. So it just stayed within that ellipse of whatever it is now with this additional 7%. 3100 XP, next person down didn't break 2k. I mean, there's not really a whole lot the enemy team could do. We just kind of stomped our side. I mean, most of the enemy battleships just simply exploded. Probably could have used this 3% speed boost as drill bits made us super slow. And yeah, I mean, I guess that would have helped in us getting around islands, pushing to the other side a little sooner. But yeah, Vermont with Ale New Jersey double dispersion against Rika does cruiser reload time. That doesn't matter, it's the main battery dispersion. Because it's not specific for cruisers, we can make use of this on battleships. So kind of spicy build. Honestly, been using it on a lot of other things, including the French battleships, and it seems to help quite a bit, especially with that European dispersion, which is basically the worst dispersion in this game. So yeah, kind of nasty what this full dispersion build can do, especially with plotting room and getting additional stacks of your epic or ledge plotting room. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more and share with your friends, or leave a comment down below for other ships you want to see in the future. But anyway, till next time, aloha.